Everybody, it's Miss Winfield here, ready for today's maths. So let's have a little look at what we're going to do today. So before we can look at our new learning, okay, if there is any new learning, we might be rewinding, who knows, we need to revisit what we explored yesterday, okay? So what method of subtraction did we explore yesterday? Did we start with the whole and count back? What did we do? I'm going to give you a bit of a clue. Ooh, I can see some balloons in the number 10 and I can see a big cross through them. I wonder what that means. So well done if you said we were subtracting by crossing the 10. Okay, we were getting to the number 10 first and then taking away the remaining part. So let's remind ourselves of those steps to success, because some of you have found this really tricky, and that's okay. Okay, and that's why we've put in this extra little bit of learning for you so we can prevent you from being stuck. Okay, so let's have a look at these steps. Step 1 is to partition the part into subparts. So we talked about the fact that we've got our whole, okay, and we're taking away our parts, but we need to break that part down even further into subparts. Okay, so that is step 1. Step 2 was for us to subtract the first subpart from the whole. Okay, so once we've split the part into the two subparts, we can take away the first subpart from the whole. And the final step was to subtract the other subpart. Okay, so we've taken away one subpart and now we're going to take away the other one. So let's have a look what we're going to do today. We are going to continue, okay, that means carry on to subtract by crossing the 10. Okay, this is going to be the last sort of lesson we're going to have solely devoted to this, okay, and then tomorrow and Friday we'll be doing some more subtraction, but we'll be using lots of methods that we've learned before. But today we are going to continue to subtract by crossing the 10 so that we can consolidate this and get it fixed into our brains. Okay, so to do this, we can retrieve some old learning because, as I say, we've been doing this before. So everybody grab that learning at the back of your brain and let's bring it forward. And why are we doing it? So that we can solve subtraction word problems using this method. So today you are not going to see problems such as 13 take away 7. You might see something along the lines of Miss Winfield has 13 apples, her friend eats 7, how many are left? We're going to be looking at the problems in sort of number stories. So here's our first number story, and this is our discover. So this is what we're going to do together. I'm just going to cover that while I just read it to you. Miss Khan had 14 Jaffa cakes. Wow, 14 Jaffa cakes. That's loads. I bet Miss Khan is so happy. Are you happy, Miss Khan? I bet she's buzzing that she's got 14 Jaffa cakes. Miss Mellard ate 6 of them. So Miss Khan had 14 and Miss Mellard came along and ate 6 of them. How many Jaffa cakes did Miss Khan have left? Okay, so that's what we are going to work out. So let's get our pen and let's underline that important information. So Miss Khan had 14 Jaffa cakes. I'm going to circle it actually. Miss Khan had 14 and Miss Mellard came along and ate 6 of them. So if we were to put this into a number sentence, we would have 14 and we are subtracting 6. Okay, because there were 14 to start with. Miss Mellard came along, she got a bit peckish and she ate 6 of them, and we are finding how many are left. So let's have a go at working this out using our method. Okay, so it might look a bit confusing, but it's nothing different to what we did yesterday. So let's have a look then. I'm just going to write this problem into my question box over here. I've got 14 and I am subtracting 6 to find how many are left. So I'm just going to remind myself of step 1. Partition the part into subparts. Oh, yes, of course. Well, here's the part, okay? I need to partition, I need to chop it up into subparts. So I've got 6. Oh, okay. Well, if I look at my whole, I know I would need to take away 4 in order to get to 10, in order to cross through 10. So my first part is going to be 4, my first subpart. Now, if I've got 4 and I need to add some more to help me get to 6, let me put 4 in my head. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And I'm going to stop when I get to 6 and see how many more fingers I needed to add. Ready? 4, 5, 6. So I've stopped. And how many more did I need? Well done if you said 2, 4 and 2. Okay, so have I done step 1? Yes, I have. Let's look at step 2. Subtract the first subpart from the whole. Well, here's the first one, here's the second one, okay, and this is my whole. My whole is 14. That's how many Jaffas Miss Khan had altogether, and we're going to subtract the first subpart, which is 4. So I'm going to start at 14, and I know that if I subtract 4, that will allow me, that will allow me to cross through 10. Okay, so 14 subtract 4 is 10. Okay, and now I can do the last step, which is to subtract the other subpart. Okay, so I'm now at 10. Again, remember that you're not using the whole this time because you started at the whole. We've taken sort of part of the part away, and now we need to take the other part. So we've taken away the 4, and now we need to take away 2 more. 1, 2. There we go. I've taken away 2 more, and I've landed on the number 8. So 14 take away 6 equals 8. And I've solved that problem by crossing the 10 using the through 10 method. So Miss Khan had 14 Jaffa cakes, Miss Mellard ate 6 of them. How many did Miss Khan have left? She had 8 left. Okay, let's have a look at our think together. So this one, I'm going to read through it, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video, you do a little bit, and then we come back together, okay? So Miss Winfield has 16 puppies. I wish I had 16 puppies. She sells 9 of them. And Miss Winfield's got 16 altogether, okay? She sells 9 of them. How many puppies does Miss Winfield have left? Your job is to write that as a number sentence, please. Can you write it as a number sentence? So you would have something like this, subtract this, equals this. Now, don't worry about the answer right now, but can you put these 2 numbers in the right place? Remember the important bits of information here, okay? The whole and the part. So hopefully you will have written 16 is the whole, because that's how many Miss Winfield had altogether to start with. And she took away 9 of them. 9 is the part, because she sold 9 of them. Okay, so now I can look at my steps, because I've done that. It's not even the first step, really. It's just to write it as a number sentence to make it easier for me to see. So step 1, partition the part into subparts. So I'd like you to have a go at this, please. I'd like you to look at the number 9, look at the number 16 and what it's made up of. How many 10s, how many 1s? Okay, see if you can partition the part into subparts for me. Off you go. So hopefully you paused me and had a go at that. Let's see if you got it right. So I am taking away 9, okay? But I'm going to break the number 9 into 2 subparts. And if I was to get to 10 from the number 16, I know I would need to take away 6 to allow me to cross through 10. So 6 is my first subpart, okay? And I've got 6 and I need some more to get me to 9. So let's put 6 in my head. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And I need to stop when I get to 9. Ready? 6, 7, 8, 9. How many more do I need to get to 9 from 6? I need 1, 2, 3 more. So I've broken the number 9 into 6 and 3. So I've done step 1. I've got my subparts now. Step 2, subtract the first subpart from the whole. Okay, so I wonder if you can have a go at that. Remember, when we subtract, we start with the whole, okay? So can you work out the answer to that one for me? Off you go. So hopefully you paused me and you had a little go at that. If not, feel free to pause me again. I won't be offended, I promise. So I'm going to start at 16, which is my whole, and I'm going to subtract my first subpart, okay? And it is 6. Okay, now I know if I've got the number 16, if I was to take away 6 ones, it would leave me with 10. So I don't even need to count because I know if I were to take that 6 away, those 6 ones away, I would be left with 10. So I've taken away 6 in order to get to 10 so I can cross through 10. So I've done step 2. Step 3, subtract the other subpart. So I've subtracted the 6. Now I need to subtract the 3. Okay, so remember we're starting from 10. See if you can have a go at working that out for me. So we're starting from 10, okay, and we are subtracting 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and I've landed on the number 7. So 16 take away 9 equals 7. So Miss Winfield has 16 puppies. She sells 9 of them. How many puppies does she have left? She has 7 puppies left. Okay, then let's have a look at what your job is today. So you are going to have a go at something exactly the same, okay, as what we've just been doing together. Now, don't worry if you've not got a printer and you can't print these off, because you can simply ask your grown-up to read the question to you, or you can read it yourself, and then you can just write these in your books. So your first question, Miss Ryan has 18 Take That CDs. I'm sure she's got many more than 18 in her CD collection. She gives Mrs. Garton 9 of them. How many CDs does Miss Ryan have left? Okay, so you can see I've circled the important bits of information, and I will end this video on the slide with the steps to success so you can go back to that if you need to. And your second question, Miss Black, one of our lovely, lovely cleaners, has 13 mops. She gives Miss Moran 7 mops. How many mops does Miss Black have left? So both Miss Ryan and Miss Black are showing kindness today because Miss Ryan's giving her CDs away and Miss Black is sharing her mops. So I wonder if you can find out how many items Miss Ryan and Miss Black had left. Okay, so you've got question 1 on this half and question 2 down here. So I'll go back to this screen just so you can see the steps, and you might want to pause it there. But I can't wait to see everything you produce. Make sure you send it on Evidence Me, and we will see you all very soon.